Oh, there's two people. Bloody hell.
Oh, see, working already.
You're recording now.
Is it working? Is it recording?
Yeah. Go on, bring them in.
I don't
No
know what I
swearing.
want to see waiting room. Yeah. Admit. And Hi, Anas.
Hi, Terry. How are you? All right?
Very well, thank you. How lovely to see your face.
Lovely to see you too.
Well done. Congratulations on your day. What a smashing day it is for you.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. I'll just read a quick introduction. There's another person waiting to come through. There's two friends of mine who are also involved with SFM and have been in a little bit longer, and they're kind enough to come and help. It's Anita and Steve.
Okay.
Hiya.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi.
So
Yeah, big congrats on going to member. It's absolutely brilliant. Nice one, mate.
If you have any difficult questions, Anas, you have to put that to Anita and Steve. So I'm here to answer the easy questions.
Okay, fair enough. Not to worry.
So I've got Akash's iPhone here. Will that be open, or will that be an open channel then, or do I mute? It says mute, so I'm assuming he's open then.
It must be if you brought them in. They're either just not got their video linked on the iPhone.
Okay, it doesn't say name either, so maybe they're just listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. You get a lot, particularly on your first webinars like this, you'll get a lot of leads that will come in who don't want to appear on camera because it's quite daunting.
Okay, a little bit shy.
Yeah, they're here, they're present.
Excellent. So they're listening. So you're obviously not shy, Anas.
Well, I think fair enough. I think it's important for me to really understand what I'm getting involved with. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
So I need to see the people behind, understand them with their body language and so on and so forth.
See if we're all real and real people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
That's right. What, have you managed to do anything today on your dashboard?
Yeah, so I finished module 1, and I'm reading like the My Values worksheet. I'm reading that, and I've also read the chapter 2 blueprint overview.
Okay, so you're just getting your feet.
Yes, so I'm just going through these, and I'm reading like the My Values worksheet. It's quite deep, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't get too deep into it. It's I had a look, and your background's very interesting. I see you were saying you've done a bit of IT and all sorts of things. So you've got quite an interesting sort of history.
Yes, I do.
Do you think, is that where you can see yourself going? Have you got an idea of what's
I don't know, to be honest. As I said, in terms of my educational background, I did my first degree in sociology and I did my master's in law. But I worked for different local government. I was managing complaints. And I thought like job for life, but eventually I realized I was never happy there. I mean, I enjoyed what I did, but like internally, I didn't feel that happiness. I didn't feel that connection. And I was always looking for something where I want to feel really comfortable. And at the same time, I want to do things, be close to nature, and you know what I mean? So I've been looking online for probably approaching a year, actually. Do you know what I mean?
Good evening, Terry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, Anna. Yes, hello, Akash.
Can you see me? Or
I can't see you, no. It just says your camera's not on at the moment.
Right, I'm just working. The sound wasn't working, but I'm trying to fix both at the moment.
Okay.
But I am here.
Oh, that's great. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? I'd like to make sure I get it right. Is it Akash?
The first pronunciation was correct.
Akash.
Akash.
Akash. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Akash.
But you can call me Ash for short. It's easier. That's what everybody else.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that, Ash. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Welcome aboard. Here we go. There we go. We have a camera.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you've got it working. That's better.
Cool.
Is this the first time you've used a Zoom, or is it just?
No, I've used it before, but I've just recently changed my phone, and
right.
I had to reinstall the app again, and it's given me a few teething problems. So
technical issues.
Yeah, but I've used Zoom before and other platforms as well. So.
Oh, cool! That's great. Well, just a quick introduction. We've got Anas, who's just joined as a member today with us. So we're celebrating his bold move, which is well done.
Thank you.
Anita and Steve, they've been in this journey for about how long is it now, Anita, Steve? 3 years.
Well, it's 3 in January.
3 in January.
Wow.
So they're all
we're dinosaurs in this now, Terry. Absolute dinosaurs.
Look what it's done to us, Terry. Thanks.
Yes, if you guys come on board, this is what you can look like us three when we
no hair.
And just out of interest, Anas is the new boy. He's the what we call newbies. I've been involved in this about let me think. I think it's about 20 months now, 19, 20 months. And then Steve and Anita have been 3 years. So they're the oracle with everything SFMs. If you have any difficult questions, just point it to Steve and Anita, and they'll take over, and I'll just be quiet. So be gentle with me. This is my first time. We've got Katrina here.
You're doing great.
Am I doing great? So I was asking
yes,
Anas, what's led you here, Anas? You were saying you've been looking for about a year.
Yes. So I've been looking online for a year, and so as I said, I kind of resigned from local government about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I did set up something like in regards to social care. So that's very slow, and it's okay, fine. But I was looking like for a year online. I came across Prosperity of Life. You probably know them. I had an encounter with a gentleman, quite a detailed encounter, but I posed some questions, about 12 questions, and they couldn't answer my questions. So I'm the type of person, I'm very deep. I investigate things very thoroughly because I'm not a child anymore. Do you know what I mean? I'm a mature person. Yeah. So they couldn't answer my questions, so I did not go along with them. Then I came across a few other individuals like John Crestani, Sophie Howard, and a few others. It's just the bullish approach I don't like. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I came across you guys, and obviously listening to Stuart, it's just there's a saying, love at first sight. Do you know what I mean? And so when I've heard your video and Stuart's presentation, and that kind of led me to think very deeply. Do you know what I mean? And I internally I thought perhaps I found my right sort of match, but I have to see. Do you know what I mean?
What you're trying to say is you fell in love with me at first sight, Anas.
If you want to put it that way.
Let's just keep it quiet for now, shall we? Let's just keep that one between us. Nobody's listening.
All right, fair enough.
I'm glad you got that feeling, because that's what it's all about, and that's how I found my friends here, Steve and Anita. And once you see the system and you get through to the videos and you can see the genuinity of it and the quality behind it, it almost answers a lot of those scary bits before you even start, doesn't it?
Sure. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So and now it's a case of going through your modules. Now you've
that's right.
7 modules to go through, which will be interesting to Akash as well. So it might be. But you haven't got to those yet. You said you've only just sort of been doing your preliminaries. So
yeah, so I've sort of completed module 1 and just started module 2.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And module 3 is the one where you start to get more involved in the aspects of digital marketing and the sort of interesting stuff that might sort of give you some sort of insight into where you might want to go. Is there anywhere either of you were looking? Do you already have a business, Ash, or?
So I was just going to ask you for the opportunity just to introduce myself and just give you a bit of background on me. So I'm glad you asked. So for me, I work full time in the corporate world. But I'm also a professional property investor.
Right.
So I've got a portfolio of properties up north, but I live in London.
Right.
So it's just how it's worked out. My wife's got an online business with Arbonne. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand.
No. Arbonne?
Yes.
Arbonne. No, I've not heard of that.
Yes. So once you started getting into that, and I saw how it's all set up online, and you know, it's like you said, digital lifestyle. So I've been looking for the last sort of, you know, I would say for the last 3 to 6 months really, where I can kind of create something online, because I'm now actually working from home because of COVID-19. So it's like an advantage for me to, I've kind of got extra time in that sense. I can't explain it. I mean, I've been in my role for about 3 years, so I'm quite familiar with it. I can get it done quickly, and then if I've got a bit of spare time to spend on something else that I'm passionate about.
Yes.
Because the thing for me is I've got young families. I've got a 3-year-old. So I came across your video on YouTube actually, and it quite resonated with me and what you said and what actually I want. So and you know, financial freedom and spend time more with my family and do things that I'm passionate about. And I think property has helped me get closer to that goal. But I definitely have a passion for starting something online.
That's very interesting, because it's almost, I've been in the background. I used to be into the property. I used to have a property letting agency in Nottingham, and I wanted to.
Oh, wow.
That's where I wanted to learn, and I had a company there. And then I wanted to go into developing property, and then in the way for 20 years. And what I want to do with the income I can earn from this is then buy portfolio and start doing properties again. So
I'm glad we're on the same page.
So we're on the same wavelength, and I love the design and all of that. So, but that's down the road once this is built, and the benefits of having that free time and automation will allow that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I completely agree with you. When I first started, you know, I had a pot of money that I used to get started, but then it's all about, you know, raising the finance.
Yes.
And even if you've got your own funds, they are going to eventually run out. And if you're interested in developments and things like that, which I am too, funnily enough, you've mentioned that.
Yeah.
You've got to have another income stream coming in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've experienced this, but Terry, like my son's nursery costs me like £1,300 a month.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. Yeah, and that 4 days a week.
Unbelievable in London, isn't it? It's just scary.
Yeah, so it wipes out, like my wife's salary, it just wipes it out completely. Yeah. And then, you know, we've got my salary, but we're fortunate enough with the property side of things. We're okay and stuff, but it's about getting out that corporate rat race for me.
Absolutely, yeah. And the more all of these little things, these little points that you're making, Ash, are things that you'll use as your anchors through this journey. Assuming you come on board with us, that little thing that you said about your son. We were in London, and we left London because of the cost there. And our daughter was, I think she was 18 months when we left and came up here we're in just outside Lincoln, kind of Midlands area. And one of the conditions was that because of childcare and for both of us to work to afford to live in London, that was one of the stimulants that say, well, let's go. We had friends up here. So we decided we'd come and reroute and try again. And it gives you a break to think that you're not having to find £1,300 just for that one childcare.
Yeah.
While, you know, your job, you're paying for that. And that's the sort of thing that you can use as the motivation to the journey you want. And Steve, my friend, and friends up top, they were in restaurant. They're restaurateurs, and they're working every hour God sends. So everyone has that similar to an ask that we all have that leverage point, which is forcing you to look out of the system and find something which effectively is free time, so you can enjoy your time and not be paying someone else's business, isn't it? Overheads and
because at the moment we're exchanging time for money.
Exactly.
So it's like, for me, that's not what I want. I want a different lifestyle, and the fact is, getting a taste of the property journey and everything like that kind of really sort of showed me what you can actually achieve. But in this pandemic, it's been a nightmare to even try and do things 300 miles away from. So I live near Heathrow Airport.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So the travel up north is about 300 miles for me. So I invest in Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah.
I support the football team, so it works well for me. I don't mind going up there.
This is your man up here. This is your man here. Yeah.
Yeah. So marry a girl with a passion and all that. So I thought, yeah, that works. Let's do it. But it's the pandemic's changed the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
And everything's going digital. Everything's online.
It is. It isn't going to go backwards, is it? I think that if you similar to an asset, I mean, if you were going to go anywhere today, if you were going to advise anybody with ideas that you two are talking about, and same as Nita and myself, if you were to advise any one of your friends, you were to advise them, where's the best way to move forward to gain these things we're looking for, you'd have to say, it's going everywhere you look. It's going online, isn't it? It's digital. Look at Amazon, and everything is there. And it isn't going away. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you've got a skill or something that you could sell, even if it's a course. We were talking to someone the other day. There was someone who was asking about how they could market their business and what they could do and what can you do online. And it was just a case of think of a number. It doesn't matter what idea you have or what skills or passions. There's an outlet online that you can turn into an income stream, whether it be courses on doing properties, whether it's how to do jobs on properties, whether it's managing and letting properties. You could do it all online. And similar with Anas, the skills and talents that you've created over the years, no way will they be wasted. And you can be able to cherry pick them. The things that you enjoy, you can then cherry pick.
Sure.
It's so exciting, isn't it? Anita, I think you were the same when Anita's had a passion for cats and grooming cats. And since she's learned the skills of marketing and because it's such a specialist area, not a lot of people knew about it, but now she's learned the skills. It might be easier for you to hold, Nita, would it please? Give me
okay.
Give me a break, a chance to have a drink of water.
Get a glass of water, Terry.
Stop talking.
Terry, I'm just conscious Katharina's been trying to connect to audio.
Right.
On and off, on and off, on and off. There's now a mute button showing, so I don't know if you can unmute. So I don't know if they're having problems.
It says ask to unmute. Does that? I've never seen that before. Is that me asking Katrina to unmute?
Can you try and unmute from your end? You might be able to, being the host.
I've clicked the red one.
There you go. Hello. There we go.
Hello, Katrina.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome aboard. That's my mistake. I missed your. I'm so sorry. I missed the. I didn't realise. I thought you both had. I thought we both had either side we could unmute, and is it just me that can unmute?
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything, so I tried. So.
You've missed it. I was just talking a load of rubbish, Katrina. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Come on. Is your camera working, or would you rather to keep your camera off?
Because I'm just I have such kind of cold, so I'm just like in bed, and so no makeup, so no camera today.
That's fine. That's fine.
I haven't got makeup on either.
I'm forgiven. I'm forgiven.
Yes. We've got Steve's here in his underpants, and I'm in my pajamas. We're all relaxed here, so it's. But it's nice of you to turn up and call on and call in and say hello. And
hello, I'm also glad. I would appreciate if you can put sound a little bit higher. That would be lovely, because yes, that would be lovely if it is.
Are you struggling with sound? I can't
You'll have to shout, Terry.
Say again.
You'll have to shout.
Oh dear, you don't want to hear me talking any louder. I can't adjust the sound, can I? No.
No, Katerina, you should be able to change the sound at your end. Can you not turn your volume
Is it
up?
on your machine, Katerina? On your computer?
No, I'm on the telephone, to say the truth.
Are you
It
on the
should
phone?
just be the phone volume, Terry.
It'll be the phone volume, Katerina.
It is on completely.
Right.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
can't-
we
It
can
might
hear
be the
Katrina fully
internet
well.
connection.
It may be. There's nothing I can do from this side.
Okay,
On a bit
David,
louder.
I'm happy to hear you at all. That is okay, because I really tried and it took me 5 minutes or more.
Oh, okay. Do you
So,
have
I'm
you don't do you have ear connectors, or is it coming out of the phone itself?
It's just the phone.
Okay. Okay.
Smart one.
I'll try and speak loudly and clearly
Thank you.
so you can hear us.
I appreciate it.
That's fine. Have you seen, you can see who's here. We've got Anas and Ash and Anita and Stephen. Would you like to just sort of introduce yourself, Katrina, and tell us a little bit why you're here and what's sort of on your mind?
To say the truth, I liked I watched you a little bit talking and I liked you. I think you are different. Somehow I can't explain. You know, I believe we all received so many different messages and so, but I really find this one very genuine, very simple, and very nice. The way how you present things and the way how you talked.
Oh, that's very kind.
Yes, it's true. And I'm really, I'm sure I will be blessed. And you all guys, you look very kind, very, very smart, and may God bless you all. Greetings from London. I'm in London, by the way.
Oh, you're in London, are you?
I'm in London. I'm in London, yes. I don't know where you are. I didn't hear.
Well, Ash is from London. Anas, whereabouts are you from, Anas? I think you did say.
I'm from London, actually.
Right.
I'm from East London.
East London, okay. I'm in North London.
I'm all these southerners, Harry. What's going on?
Yes. Yes. I'm kind of non-existent. I'm in Middlelands here. I'm kind of in the middle bit, but I thoroughly enjoy London. I was in North London. I used to live in Golders Green, so I know my way around a little bit there.
Okay.
And Steve and Anita are over on the west side of the country.
Yeah, Liverpool, actually.
We're over the water from Liverpool, not the Wirral. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Wirral.
I know that.
Yeah, hence the football. Well, you'll know with your properties there, won't you?
Yep.
So,
support a proper team, though, not Liverpool. We support Man City. I was actually born in Manchester, so
okay.
Probably Katerina supports Liverpool or Everton. I would have thought.
Are you into football, Katrina? We're going to turn. I'm going to have to keep control of this, so we're going to turn.
I can't say that I'm crazy about football. I can't.
Shall I pull it back to the question you asked me before?
Yes.
So when we joined the SFM, which is like 3 years ago, coming up to 3 years ago, I was lying in bed. I'd been badly bitten by a cat because I had trained as a cat groomer, and I'd started off my own business up in the northwest, and I've got badly bitten and I contracted a virus and it paralyzed me for 3 months, put me in bed, and I literally couldn't do a thing. And we had all the bills still to pay over our heads. All the pressure was then on Steve to keep earning the money to be able to pay for the mortgages. And I just lay in bed thinking, oh, if this is it, I need to know I can do something to keep this active, because I can't just not do anything for the rest of my life. And I was on YouTube. I was looking at Joe Dispenza, if anyone's aware of Joe Dispenza, it's all to do with self-healing and things like that. And a video, as what's happened to you guys, popped up. And I really resonated with the lady that was talking on the other end of that camera. And I clicked and I joined us up to SFM. And I just had the gut feeling it was the right place at the right time. Signed us up, didn't even ask Steve. Just we went in and joined, and that was it.
I was happy doing what I was doing, so I was all right.
But to cut a long story short, obviously 3 months later, recovered and fully fine and back to normal. But with the skills with SFM, I carried on learning then, and I thought, well, this is really, really good stuff here that I'm going through, and I was learning lots of new things. Before that, we'd been complete technophobes. We couldn't even, well, we could send an email, and that was about it. You know, there was nothing else. We'd been restaurateurs and property developers. That's it. So we didn't need those skills to do everything online. And
still dabble in property.
We've still got we've got a new build going on at the moment and things like that. But it's all little separate side hustles going on, and SFM is the main thing. So yeah, like I said, to cut a long story short, we literally just threw ourselves into the training with SFM. And as we learned those skills, I actually started applying them to the cat business because I love cats. We both love cats. And we know it's such a niche market. When I did my training, there was only actually 8 master cat groomers covering the whole of the UK. And 5 of those were based in London. So we knew the north. Business card. We knew the north wasn't covered with cat groomers. So I literally started applying the skills I was learning here, putting them into the cat business. And honestly, the business went from 0 to 100 literally overnight. And then I was like, oh my God, now I can't cope with the amount of work because it's just me on my own grooming cats. So we had to steady it down. And I was like, well, if that's how quickly you can get an online business, like a niche market like cat grooming, to go from like hardly anything to a really good income overnight from using the online skills, you can do it in any business. And we've been here for 3 years. We've seen so many people come through SFM, learn all the skills, start earning the money. Once the money's starting to roll in, then they look towards what they're passionate about and go and do a business again, going along with what they're passionate about. So of course it was the cats. So with all the skills from SFM, we've turned it into the cats. We're trying at the moment to film a course all to do with cat grooming. And of course, once that's filmed, we never have to film it again. And that can be on the market forevermore, earning another little income on the side.
And a book as well, isn't it?
We're thinking of writing a book or a child's book, all around cats. We are looking at all this print on demand to do with mugs and t-shirts. So we do a design. We can send all our stuff off to the print on demand people.
And that's in SFM, isn't it?
And market all that to my cat people. And if they decide to buy, I don't have any inventory whatsoever. All I've had to do is send a design off to this company. And if somebody orders, they print it for it, print the t-shirt or the mug or whatever it is. They package it, they send it out, and I get paid. And I didn't know any of this existed until we joined SFM. And it just shows you any business, there are so many different angles you can go off on to create money around it. It's like a huge, unexplored ball of info that you wouldn't have ever thought of had you not been in SFM. So we're doing that because that's our passion. And we're literally then just doing that on the side because that's what we like to do. And the passion bit with the cats, really with the cat grooming side, is now we actually give back. So we help the charities. So we've got a lot of the charities around here with the rescue cats. We go in and help them get the cats to a good condition of coat when they're coming off the streets and things. And we do that for free. So those cats can get rehomed quicker. And we also do a lot of elderly cats. So the elderly cats that couldn't go under anaesthetic at the vets to get shaved, we do those for people as well. So literally, there are so many different things you can turn SFM to once you have the knowledge. And it's gaining the knowledge that you need to get going. And once you've got the money, you can go off into any passion of yours you've got any clue of. And a lot of the time, you won't even know what your passion is. Things will fall at your feet as you go through the journey. So we've had so many members come through who just say, I don't know what my passion is. And we're like, it doesn't matter. We didn't know what our passion was. We came in, we didn't have any clue, we didn't have any products. We literally just came through and did the training, and we were like, okay, we know SFM's training works. We were getting good results coming through. We will promote SFM, and that will be our main hustle. And that is our main business. We're earning 5-figure sum every month now. We haven't even started scaling to the heights we can scale to. And anything else on top is like a side hustle for us. It's stuff we want to do because it interests us. And the world is your oyster, basically.
It's brilliant. It's exciting. Does
you.
that sort of bring that? Did you hear? Okay, that Katrina.
Yes, yes, I did. I did. Yes.
Does that bring any questions for any three of you? That you maybe burning questions that you wanted to ask myself or Anita and Steve? Something that was on your mind that we can help you with tonight?
I just want to say thanks to Anita and Steve's story. Thank you for sharing. It's really inspiring that you've got so many different facets coming from SFM. That resonates with me too. Terry, I just wanted to kind of deep dive a little bit into your personal journey and where you are at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, what understanding I've got at the moment is you've obviously relocated and you've started this and you've been doing this for a number of. How long have you been doing it again? Sorry.
I think it's 20 months now. It's
20 months.
I started in January 19. Let's work that out. 12, 18.
Yeah.
20.
And how long the training takes, and when do you actually kind of start seeing results in that sense?
Well, you start seeing results. It's a great question, because if you start seeing results in income or start seeing results.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The reason I asked that is because when I started property, it took me just over a year to get my first house.
Right.
So it's a kind of in the training, it wasn't put to me like that or anything like that. It was just like, okay, it's a numbers game. The more offers you put out, the more results you're going to get. And it was like, I think it was about 80, 90 offers before even got the first one. But once you do, it's quite satisfying, and then you're up and running. Exactly. So I was just trying to gauge how this kind of business works, in comparison to the property side. Okay, well, assuming you like, I don't know which, like, till we know which direction you want to go with your training, whether it's Amazon and selling products on Amazon, or whether it's affiliate marketing, or whether you want to market your own business, that's difficult to say. But if I take as an example, Steve and Anita, or a particular friend of ours who's been, he's kind of helped me and started just before me. I think he's just turning, I think his highest month was, I think he's taken 30,000. Don't quote me on it exactly. And I think it was his 11th month. Okay. So I think he was earning within his 3rd month, but again, he put a lot of money to it, and he put a lot of time to it, and he was focused on it fully. I didn't have so much time, and I didn't have so much money, and it takes a little bit longer. So there's always, in any business, there's always the circumstances that you're starting with. So I wouldn't get too hung up on it, on your journey, but there's plenty of people that you can meet in here, and you can speak and meet to any of these people through the same situation here, or meetups that we have. And we have like a thing called the leaderboard, which is just a motivational thing. And there's some of those people on there. I think Dan, you'll see Dan Holloway and a few others. He's into his million. He's made $1 million from this, and I think he's been 4 years. And
2 million, Terry, now.
2 million.
It's 2 million, is it? Yeah. He's 2 million. So it's not a case of can you. It certainly works, and it can be done. It's down to the individual and your attitude and your will and your want to do it. So, and you're already coming with the mindset. Same with Anas. You're professionals, and you realize that there are no results without hard work and training and education. And the thing that this adds to it, and which is why part of my story you asked Ash, was I've been doing a lot of things. I've done a lot of stuff in my life and trying to find things. And I found that what I was missing was the community and the mentoring and the training in an area that I didn't understand. Instead of stumbling through and making mistakes and spending money and doing it sort of that way, especially this, because it was new to me. That was the thing that helped me start moving, by having the mentors and stuff. So those are the added bonuses that come from this. But if you're, Anas, you've got tech skills, so you've already got a lot of the things in place. It's just a matter of your motivation and your how fast you want it. You can be up and earning if you do the affiliate route. That's what it's set for, to give people a quick chance to get going.
Yeah, I mean, for me, actually, I am thinking of the affiliate route. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
As I said before, like I have my own business, and that's something, you know, it's picking up slowly. That's sort of side issue. But for me, I think I'm very keen to go via the affiliate route and learn all the necessary skills for me to sort of succeed. And that would be that's the route I would be taking.
That sounds perfect. Does that sort of answer some of your question there, Ash, or did you want me to go a little bit further, or?
Yeah, so Terry, are you doing the affiliate side, or are you?
Yes, I went down the affiliate route. Yes, I wanted to learn I wanted to learn and use the training so that I could get the understanding of the funnel and using the mediums, different, whether it's Facebook or the different advertising. And I wanted to use the training to get me, because I'd done a little bit of eBay and a little bit of Amazon and sold my own product on there. But same thing again, I didn't know how to take it, the brick walls that come up to go expand and go bigger and go FBA. I couldn't find on my own. I kept hitting walls and gave up. And that's why I found this. And when I realized what was open and the different avenues and the skill of the training, that's why I went this way, because whichever way you want to go, and it doesn't mean I'm going to go affiliate. As I said earlier, I'll stay affiliate, and then I can use those skills, just like Anita and Steve just said to you. Once you've got the nuts and bolts to the system and the confidence, you can take this anywhere. You can sell a product, you can build your own company, you can still keep the affiliate route, you can sign up other affiliate systems once you know how it works, and market products for other companies if you're into skiing. Or there's a guy who was talking the other day, which was a smashing story, and he was into surfing, windsurfing. Was it Gareth, I think, Anita, wasn't it? Gareth. And he started selling products, towels and wetsuits, and with his logo and his brand on it, on Amazon. He went down that route, and it's gone boom, this business, through Amazon, because he was trained properly and went down the import export route, which is one of the areas you can go when you get further involved in the system. So yeah, it's
so obviously, Terry, I'm new to all of this, so just so I get my head around what you've just said with this recent example, the Gareth thing. Yes. Is that when you're kind of selling a product on Amazon, but you source the product from China?
That's right. They teach you, they can take you over to China. If you want to say, I don't know, well, that's why I use that example. It was, even cat products, or if you wanted to buy tools and equipment for property development, you can source it. They'll get it shipped, show you how to pick it, produce put your branding on it. If that's, and it's exciting that I want to do all of them, but you just can't. You focus on one, get that right. And then I love the idea of branding a product and having your name on it. And then they get it landed in England for you. It goes straight to the FBA at Amazon. Then they put it on their shelves, and then you're marketing onto their system. And as Anita said, that's how you get that going. And you never see them. They just take their cut and you market it, and Amazon market it. You literally got your platform's a whole world for Amazon. Everyone knows about Amazon. I don't need to sell Amazon's sort of benefits, but the benefits to you as a business owner are phenomenal, because that allows you then to, if you're selling 10 grand's worth of, there's a lady, I think you mentioned, Anas, the lady you'd seen, I forget her name, Sophie somebody or other, isn't she?
Yes, Sophie Howard.
That's right.
Sophie Howard,
she's done very well, and all she's doing is selling a similar thing, which is, we cover that in here if that's the direction.
Yeah, because for me, I don't actually have a product, or at this stage even a product
at this stage. Yeah.
So is it a case of we can actually go in and actually look at what's selling well and pick a product? Or
yes, it's like Aladdin's cave. If you go to, it's like Anita said. I think the biggest problem is once you get the grasp of what's available to you here.
Yeah.
And it's almost, Yes, it's where do you go? It's like Christmas morning, and all of the passions, things that you did when you were a kid and you were interested in as a child. They always say, if you don't know what to do, go back to when you were a child and what you enjoyed without having to worry about earning a living. And if you can, you might have enjoyed playing with a certain kind of gizmo or gadget, and then you can source that, resell it, and find a market for it. Do your research. You'll be taught how to do all the research, what's selling, what isn't. And sometimes go for what's not selling, because that's where go away from the main market and find out who's doing niche market, and then do it properly, and then you've gained. But that's way down the line. But yes, you can do anything you want, really.
So, and in turn, Steve, if you don't mind me asking, I guess you probably started with the affiliate stuff and then moved on to selling on Amazon. I guess that's the way it works, walk before you run kind of thing. Have you guys got a product out there right now that's selling on Amazon?
So what we're doing at the moment, so we came into the SFM and just focused on affiliate, because there's so much with the affiliate. So we got the affiliate up and running and got a good solid income coming in from that. And we've got over 100 of our own members now who are training through the affiliate route or through the import experts route, which is the Amazon FBA. So we're looking after them as well, checking they're going through the system and the modules, just like you guys are. And then literally, it's only probably been in the last 6 months. So we've done a good 2.5 years with the affiliate. We started looking, I think it was basically lockdown, just before lockdown, because we were getting a bit bored because we couldn't do much. So we started looking at other things, and we were like, well, because the affiliate's like looking after itself, that business, we start looking elsewhere. So we were looking at the cat grooming side of things. So what we started doing then, we started, we've dabbled in import experts through SFM, because they have a whole separate section on it that you can go on, and you've got access to that as part of your $99 training. It's called a Room 101 or something, and it's all to do with import experts, just to give you a little snippet of what's involved with it. And you literally can go in and get everything you want to look at and get an idea of what you want to do is all there in the SFM for you to look at. But what we normally say for all our members coming in is, like Terry said, you can get completely lost. Overwhelmed is a big word you'll hear a lot of, because there's so much there. And honestly, Stuart and Jay give you so much. There's no way you can get through it all, but you have to hone in on what it is you want to do. So
for $99, it's a no-brainer.
It is, absolutely, because you've got access to over 10,000 LinkedIn courses as part of your $99.
It's 200,000 now.
There's
10,000.
over 10,000, Terry.
Wow,
yeah.
That's it. When I started, I think it was about 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000, and then so it's gone another. Wow.
Yeah. So Stuart did a deal with LinkedIn as part of our membership. We get all these courses, so you literally could find any course on LinkedIn that is included on your $99. Now, like Steve just said, a lot of those courses are $200 just on their own, if you were to buy one.
Plus bulletproof training as well now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's extra. Yeah. So literally you've got access to all that. So you can't ever say there's nothing here for you to learn. Plus you've got your modules to go through. Plus, like Steve just said, you've got this bulletproof training which hones in on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, depending on which platform you want to go on. But I mean, this is quite advanced. This is once you've decided where you're going to advertise on what platform, and that comes in far further down the modules. The modules are what you need to focus on at the start, because going through those 1 to 7, modules 1 and 2 literally build your foundation. So they give you that solid understanding of the mindset.
That's where you are, Anna.
A lot of people coming in here are coming from an employer's point of view. So to look at becoming self-employed, to become an entrepreneur, Stuart and Jay know they have to do a lot of work on mindset, because a lot of people are used to just getting that monthly wage, no matter what.
It's a massive adjustment, isn't it?
Yeah. So 1 and 2 is your foundation, and then 3 you really start to get going into the business, and then you'll go into modules 4, 5, 6, 7. You get given your website, you get a whole template, you get to create and design it.
Ash, have you seen a link with the sneak peek with the SFM gives like an overview of the whole package? I think you've got a link to that, Terry, haven't you?
I've got a link. I put it on there for you just in case. I don't know where you are in the information I've been sending you. So if
it gives like a big, massive overview of the company and
just behind the scenes and stuff. If you want to see it.
Oh yes, please, yes.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat box at the bottom when we've finished.
So literally, Ash, you can go for. We always say to our members, if you don't have any clue of the product, just go the affiliate route. Because the affiliate, I mean, we say just go the affiliate route. The affiliate route will get you all the skills you need and more. It will start bringing you that income in. And then once you've got your income coming in, then you can start going off into other things and looking for other passions and things.
Well, we're affiliated to books as well now, Ash.
Yeah.
So, that's on our list. So any book recommendations that's on our own channel, we actually do all the affiliate routes with that now. So it's little multiple sources all the time adding on.
Yeah. So anything we've ever used that we think, anything we would like to put our name to, if somebody said, oh, will you go and recommend this product, and it's nothing that sits with us, we wouldn't recommend it. So if it sits with us and we're happy to promote it, so obviously it was any cat products, but then going through the SFM,
cameras, tripods,
we're happy to promote certain cameras, tripods, microphones, business books, mindset books, lighting, anything like that which we've used with the SFM that we've used ourselves, so we can say, yep, you need this, you need this, and that. We actually have, or some of the tools we use, we have a separate thing that we use, which is called Convertory. We do a separate thing on that. We have links to things, and everything is earning you little snippets of money, left, right, and centre. So you're never relying on the one.
Yeah.
And that's how you build your income up.
You'll start getting into that then, as when you get into module 3 to start teaching you how the affiliates and all that stuff works. And
how long do the modules take to complete then?
Depends how many hours, Ash. How many hours have you got at the moment to put into it?
I would honestly, hand on heart, at the moment with my job, and my son's at nursery Monday to Thursday, because at the first 4 months of COVID, he was at home with us, Terry, and trying to work was, I'm telling you, that's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, we're using Microsoft Teams to do video calls, and he's in every meeting that I'm in.
Yeah.
But it's something I could not avoid.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the company have been quite good with it, and been very relaxed. I guess they have to be. It's happening.
It's got to be changed, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So if I hand on heart, honestly tell you now, I could probably do at least a minimum of 2 hours every day.
That's all you'll need at the start.
Yeah. You don't need to do that, because as Nita said earlier, everybody's different, I realize, but there is a point of overwhelm. And sometimes we've got one guy that we know, and he does like 10, 12 hours a day, and he's got so many things going, he doesn't know up and down. You know what I'm talking about, I think, don't you? And he's got his finger into everything instead of focusing on one. But 2 hours is brilliant. If you can put 2 hours a day or an hour a day, it's great. If you start,
the thing is, sorry to interrupt. The thing is, for me, Anita and Steve just mentioned mindset is a big thing. I'm a self-development junkie, so I read books, I listen to podcasts. Yeah, so I understand that, all of that mentality already. It's just a case of me finding something else to just get me over the line. Yeah. So I can just focus on it. And I've got more of an understanding with the affiliate marketing side of things, where that's how you kind of begin, how many hours you'd need to put in a day. I mean, just give you an example, guys. So it takes us 4 hours to get to Liverpool. So before me and my wife had the little one, Terry, true story, would leave from here at about 4 a.m. and we'd have 15 viewings booked in Liverpool. Right. So I'd drive from here to there, and I'll continue driving all day. And then there'll be some days I'll drive back the same day. This was before the little one. I can't do it now because he doesn't let us sleep
That's why you're looking for something else, something a little bit more.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you know, when you say hard graft and things, I think I'm already kind of.
Yeah.
I've had that, and it's not gonna. This will be a lot easier.
Yeah, you're already saying the right sort of things. That's what, as Nita was saying, because there's so many people coming from so many walks of life.
Yeah.
And particularly ones that have been used to a wage. They find the hardest. I mean, I've been self-employed for 30, I don't want to ask, 35, 40 years nearly, and 35 years. And Nita and Steve have been the same. You're used to not having a wage at the end of the month, or and taking responsibility and pressure. That makes it a lot easier. It's still difficult, and you'll still find changes in yourself. I've certainly learned more about myself. Some of the hot knots things I've, you know, that's the joy of this, because the money goes out of it, and it's what you find. I've grown more in myself, and Anita and Steve have we've become very good friends, and they've seen me develop, and I've seen them develop, and that's, at the end of the day, that's the best. Especially you being a mindy body type guy, you'll understand that. And same with Anas. Once you realise that have you always been salaried, Anas, or you've got I know you're self-employed, but
yeah, self-employed is very recent actually.
Yeah.
2 years, but I've been always salaried, you know, working for different local governments.
So I think it's that fear, isn't it, Terry?
Yes,
that
absolutely.
You know, you know, the thing is, for me, one of the key factors is fulfillment in myself, for me to grow as a person, learn, and also I don't like the idea of an income ceiling. So in a job, it's like, okay, there's only so far you can go. So, you know, I'm there. So in things like property and, for example, affiliate marketing, SFM, I can see already, like, okay, whatever you put in, you're going to get that back.
Absolutely.
So
there is no
but
limit.
I could do overtime, and which I was doing at the start of COVID at home, because it's just easy just to do it. Once the little one's gone to bed, we just log on and spend a couple of hours doing reporting and stuff. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not going to get paid any more for this.
Yeah.
But if I spend those 2 hours doing something to build something, I'll see the benefits all around in terms of monetary, self-development, fulfillment, etc. And like you said, you know, when you mentioned the leaderboard and stuff, I like that, because I think the community is really important, because you can feel lost sometimes, and you want to ask somebody something, and
there's always someone to ask. And
yeah, you need that. And in the video, going back to what I said initially, in the video, you definitely resonated with me, and I could agree with the rest of the guys. I mean, there's something there you had, that, because you get so many of these coming up.
Oh, it's everywhere, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys will know in property, you've got courses galore, people talking galore, selling you everything. And, you know, I saw this one, and I didn't actually skip the ad. And I watched it right the way through. And then since then, I signed up and watched the videos and stuff. And then, you know, life gets in the way, and you're like unsure, and this, that, the other. And when you actually said you're doing a webinar, I thought that was the perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
Because we get to speak to you.
That's what we like.
Yeah, it just makes it, because, you know, I don't know if you guys are the same, but, you know, we've spent a lot of money in property education. We're talking thousands and thousands of pounds. And I'm not saying that, you know, it's a waste of money or anything like that, but it's a lot of money. It's a big commitment. And, you know, when you talk about this commitment, it's absolutely nothing compared to that, is it? You know, £15,000 each we spent on various courses and mentorships and things like that, which are a massive experience as well. And, you know, we want to keep growing that. But in this digital market, seeing you guys doing what you're doing is absolutely it's inspiring.
Oh, that's great. That's very nice. Katrina, can I just include you? Are you working, or do you have your own business, or where's your background?
Yes, I'm listening. Yeah.
And you still hear us okay? Is that, are you?
And I also struggle to hear you, so I'm holding my telephone.
That's good.
I'm so sorry, that is the reason. And also I have cold.
Terry, can I just come from the bathroom if you don't mind, please?
Yes, sure. You don't need to ask me.
Did Terry mention the rules at the start?
Don't be long, Alice. Sorry, Katrina. Carry on, darling.
Okay. Basically, I was always self-employed. Yeah, all my life, more or less, different things I did and so. I'm basically proud European. I come from Croatia.
Right.
A beautiful country. I don't know if
Oh,
you visited my
no, I
country.
haven't. No, it's on my list. It's on my list.
Yeah, you have to come.
Is Dubrovnik in Croatia?
Dubrovnik is a little bit more south, and my city is, I'm from Split, also
I've
at the
heard that's a
coast,
beautiful place.
beautiful sun, lovely. Yes, I love London. I love United Kingdom so much. I'm very happy here. And yes, so I was always self-employed, and I'm really looking these days. It is important to transfer. Everything is online. Many things, a lot of money is still moving around, and the businesses are online. So I'm really looking for the product, for the thing, what to do. There are many different things, and I received so many messages, so many, you know, so many. So I'm really. This is the phase of research, and so I'm really looking for something good. That is my situation at the moment.
Right.
So as you talked, that would be affiliate groups, as you mentioned, as I understood. I think that would be for me because I'm really at the very beginning. So yeah.
I'm the same. We're all
I think
in the
that's
same
very
boat.
wise. Yeah, it's a great place to start, and a lot of people do start there and move on.
I understood. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all right, Katrina. Go ahead. You know, I've spoken enough. This is a chance for you to ask questions and tell us about yourself. So you go ahead.
Yeah, as I'm not so talkative today because of my throat, so I don't want to talk too much and start to cough.
Well, when you've had enough talking, just say over to you, and we'll take over.
Yes, these days you can't mention you have cold, you know, because these days, yes, but it is cold. So yes, so I'm really looking. I really look for some good products, for something what is really good, and it is, yeah, it can be anything. So. Yes, so that is my situation, and that is so I'm listening. You speak very nice, and as I said, I was attracted to your approach and the way how you present the things and how you talk, and I'm very happy to see you all, to meet you all. Yeah, so as we are talking now, so you're very kind and very nice people. So I hope something nice and good will come out of this. I'm sure.
Well, yes, we do. That, I mean, it's great that you feel that way, and it's nice of you to pass it back, because it's always nice to it's quite lonely when you're trying to do this, because people are a little skeptical and frightened of you and of it, and it's lovely to have that you've taken the effort tonight and come back and say hello to us, and I can get to see your faces and ask questions. It really helps me a lot. It's lovely. Yeah, yes. It's very nice. And if you want to, I think we'll probably do these more. Now this is my first one, and I'm not so scared now. No, I've seen some friendly faces. Hey. So I'll do these again as long as you three turn up. And I've got some friends on here that.
I think now you've got all your members in London, Terry. You could actually do a London meetup.
Once this craziness is gone, because we have meetups as well, which is nice for motivation. You mentioned this, Ash, and it's always nice to actually shake hands and have a beer and meet up, and especially you, all three of you. Anas is still gone for the toilet. Where is he? Get him back. And,
there was one in London, you know, Terry, not a few days ago in the SFM. Six people met up in London.
Only 6 then.
Just 6.
So if all your members are going to come from London, you could easily do a meetup.
Yeah, we could do something once this madness is whatever we see. But that's one of the things that Katrina and Anas we can all do, and I will be doing them in my area as well. I mean, I went over to Liverpool, and other people travel all over the country to them. Or we've got the Zooms now. But no, it's a fantastic ride and a fantastic journey. And
what we did, we actually, like Terry said there, a lot of the members actually decide to do their own local meetups. So normally, in normal, times, SFM would have, like, they call it a momentum day, and it's always in London. And about
Heathrow, actually.
Yeah, very near Heathrow, literally right opposite the airport.
Like that.
They used to do, or they did do a momentum day. down there, and literally about 300-400 people, all SFN people would go down there, and you'd have 8 or 9 hours of all the leaders, the founders of the company up on stage. And it's been there in that room with all those people who are going through that journey, all at different stages. There's beginners, there's advanced, there's people halfway through modules, all doing different things, some affiliates, some on the Amazon FBA. You're all in that room together, all listening to these fantastic leaders up on stage. And then you have your breaks. And when you go off to those breaks, I mean, Terry's been to one of the live events in London last year, didn't you?
Yes, it's
fun. And they are phenomenal. You come out absolutely buzzing because those people are all so like-minded. They're all so similar to you. They're all trying to change their lives. They're going for this, like you said, Ash, they don't want that glass ceiling anymore. They're from every profession you can think of. We've got lawyers, doctors, teachers, self-employed people,
coffee baristas,
you name it, everyone is there.
We have someone in from the counter-terrorist unit in our
Oh, wow.
I don't know how we attracted them. I just don't know.
But literally, the live events are amazing when they come back on. And we started our own. We've been up in the Northwest a lot. SFM do everything down in London because obviously it's central from them flying in for everyone coming in from Europe, because all the Europeans come over for those events as well. So we started our own up in Chester. So every 3 months in Chester, there'd be about 30 of us. We used to just open it up and say, anyone who wants to come and meet us. We're spending the whole day in the pub.
I mean, that sounds,
it sounds terrible in the pub, but you know, a few beers, a bite to eat, and all like-minded people, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And Terry you came to a couple of ours, didn't you?
Yes, it was. In fact, you'll see if you have a look on my YouTube, you can see the very first video report I did on it. If any of you wanted to just have a look to see, and I was just sat in my car on the way to go, and I remember saying I got a spot on my nose. I had this red thing on my nose. Can you remember? And then there was return, and it just shows some of the journey there. So that you might find that interesting, and if it's something that you might like to, you'll be involved in it if you come on board with it. So it's fantastic. And I was going to say that I've gone off track there. There was the thing Nita mentioned. I don't know how long you've been on in my list of emails and things, but I made a little film. It was only 2 minutes, and it was just on my mobile where I went to this elite course in London. And if you'd like to see it, just to show, and I think there was 160 people there, and you'll see some of the sort of the stars and the trade. I'm happy to send it to you if you want to have a look.
Please.
Terry, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, sorry. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you've sent me about 50 emails.
Is that all?
So I'm making my way through them at the moment.
Right. Well, you have to stay for detention. If you haven't seen them all, we have to have an answer. I need a report.
The term overwhelmed came into my mind. So I've made a separate folder on my phone with your emails in there.
Right.
And as I go through them, I know I can keep a track of what I'm looking at.
Well, it'll be in there then. I won't send it again if you're overloaded with them. But if you want to see it, let me know and I'll send you the link to it.
That's probably our fault, Ash. To be honest with you, we've trained Terry to be an assassin like that.
Yes.
That's our fault. Yeah.
I'll get it. I get what it is. So it doesn't bother me because it's just more emails in a folder. It's someone trying to share information. So
did you like my comical little like happy moments with the cartoons I've been drawing? Have you not seen them? No, that's it. I thought we were going to get on. They're the best. They're the best. Has anybody seen my cartoons?
Forward it to me.
Yes, have you seen them, Ash? I wanted some feedback, see whether it was worth doing some more. I thoroughly enjoyed them and the little figures. But Katrina, sorry, you were about to say something?
No, I just said I didn't see them.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd wanted to ask me something. But no, that's good. So if you wanted to see it, I'll send it.
So Terry, one of my main sort of goals and objective is to be financially free, right? So I want to replace my income.
Yes.
So I can do more of this
Yes.
And get, dive deeper and, do all of the things that I want to do. I know, like you said, everyone works at their own pace. Got 7 modules. One example you gave was, somebody started earning after the 3rd month from affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
So that's all sounding promising. But, if you were to kind of maybe give an example of someone who's already in the company that's kind of replaced his income.
We could
How
do
long
that,
it
Ash. We could.
Well, we have.
Yeah.
We could show you some results if you want now. We can share a screen now if that will help.
All right then. Yes, please.
Do you want to do that?
Let
me go and find it, Terry, and I'll let you know when I've got it. Okay.
This is a business after all, Ash. So these questions are really good because we can prove that.
Do you know what? I'm a bit of a risk taker, and I like taking risks, and I go for it and stuff. But since I've had my little one, I've become more a little bit more calmer, and I'm like, no, I need to think about my family first. So the thing is, for me to leave my job, I need to be 100% sure that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Which does come from the old mindset too, which never goes away because you always have to work on it. So I will have days where I might panic and say, and I feel comfortable enough to share it with you guys. I won't feel judged.
No, you won't be judged at all. No, it's
just one of those things where, I want to know in my head, like, okay, I'm doing this, and look forward to something.
The thing I could perhaps just make that easier for you is try not to get, if you have income and you're already doing stuff, don't get too hung up on doing it in 3 months because someone else has done it. It will put pressure on you. This can be done in any time, and these figures can be achieved within that sort of time, or there might be a year and 6 months, but it will come if you do the training and the work. That's all that you need to know about. And from what you've told us, you've got that sort of mindset. So it's just a matter of, the more you put that pressure on, the more you might be disappointed if it doesn't happen on that 3rd month or 4th month. But if you say, I'm going to give it a year, I think Nitra gave it a year. That was a lot of people say, well, who was it said? Oh, Mike, another guy we know, Mike, he wanted to give it a year and see how it worked. And
sorry, we've got the figures here now. If you want,
I'll just share the screen so Ash and they can all see it. Then bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, so for us, we came in January 18.
Oh, yes, we can see that, yeah.
Oh, that's not me, Terry. Hang on.
I've got...
So you've got to make me host.
Hang on.
So when we came in January 18, our first 12 months, literally...
I can't see it now.
It's okay.
No, that wasn't our screen.
Have you given us
Have you made me host, Terry? Here you go.
Your host
Right,
now.
I thought Steve looked different.
Yes.
I wish I was looking like that, I tell you.
You should be host now.
Our first 12 months was an absolute washout. We joined the SFM.
We had family problems.
And literally our first 12 months was wiped out. We were in and out hospital for a whole 12 months with parents. And it was one of the worst years of our lives. So our first 12 months in SFM was just... So we didn't really start until 19. So if I share screen now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's our dashboard, and here's some of our figures. So,
you can see how
is this all in dollars then, is it?
Yes, because their head office is in the US.
Yeah, sorry about these silly basic questions, but it's better to ask.
That's fine.
So
we went to an event in October and then came back and really started to believe in ourselves. So you can see now in January of this year, this is when the money started to really start to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a 20 grand month there, almost 28.7. We are on for about just over 10 this month. So to get those,
I'll definitely replace my salary there.
Yeah.
Well, there's the total commission dash at the top, and most of that over 100,000 has been within the first 8 months of this year.
Wow. Okay.
Once it starts rolling, it's like that thing, isn't it, with a snowball effect? It just can go
Yeah.
bigger, bigger. Like you said, limitless. I think that's the word.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's only on how you back your own adverts, whether you've got multiple. We've got 7 adverts at the moment going on YouTube. So obviously we're layering the system beautifully at the moment, and it can only go bigger next year.
So can I ask you a question, please? So in terms of the advert, do you get help from professionals within the institution?
Yeah.
You get everything.
Everything. Yeah.
You get trained fully with everything. You get taught how to script write. You get taught how to create a landing page, which is the sign up where you put your name and email address in.
You get your website, which you have to just tweak a little bit.
You get taught how to bring images in to make it look really professional.
We didn't have that when we started, did we?
No, because we're old dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're constantly updating this company. They've just put £3 million into it because they're developing an app so that you can have an app on your phone for it as well. They're constantly plowing money into it because Stuart always says it's all right having money, but you need something more than money in your life. We all want money.
Yes.
But when you've got
of course,
a ton of money,
he's a very genuine guy. Definitely,
yeah.
I like him.
You need fulfillment, don't you? It's all right waking up in the morning with a ton of money, but if you've got nothing to get up for, no fulfillment in your life, what's the point of having a massive bank account?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you have a look on, I don't know if you had a look on my website and on my About Me thing. I've not really said much about what I've done today, but one of the things that brought me to this with my journey was, and why I wanted to go down this route with affiliate and helping other people was, I used to teach driving, and believe it or not, in London, and
oh dear.
Yes, that was glad to see the back of that, Anas. And one of the things I
Good on you, mate.
Yes, it was before, when I first started, it was before I had kids, and you'll appreciate this, Ash. And it was the first time in my life, and I was 47 then, and I hadn't any paternal instincts at all. And when I started training these pupils, these youngsters, 17, 18, I first started to feel quite sad when they left and they passed the driving test. And not all of them, some I was glad to see the back of, really, but a lot of them I got very fond of, and even some young lads and some girls. And then I wanted more of a challenge, so I went into corporate training, and I dealt with adults and worked with adults, and some adults that came along. And I didn't realize at the time, but one of the biggest things I took from it was I enjoyed seeing them come in as very frightened, sometimes you take people at 40, 50, 60 that hadn't driven, and they had all sorts of hang-ups, and the husbands didn't want them to drive, and they had no confidence, and they'd left it too late. I'm too old, I don't know how to drive, I can't deal with this. And dealing with that and seeing them grow and then go off in the driving tests, that made a big thing on me. And that I learned from that I wanted to be able to, why this coaching part, I wanted this where you can help and just see people change. So that, and I'll explain a little bit more how I got to where I am on there with my design stuff and creativity, which is why I went down the video thing. But no, it's I forgot, I've gone off track now. I'm starting to waffle. What were we talking about?
The paternal thing you were talking about. Oh
yes, that was it. The paternal thing. Yes. And the kids. So I've got a little girl of 12 now, and so I've been where you've been, or you're going, Ash, and
yeah.
Another thing is to get her to see this. Yours is too young at the moment, but if you start this mindset for your little one now, in 10 years when he's 13, 14, it may totally negate him having to go even look for a job, because he'll be able to understand how he can earn his own future and control his own, I've got a good example of one of my very best friends. He's just retired since the COVID thing started, and he worked for Marks and Spencer's, always been a wage guy, frightened of his own shadow, I'm afraid. And he was paid £8 an hour at Marks and Spencer's, and he was told when he could go to the toilet, and he had to ask when he could go for a pee, and he would. He had to book his holidays a year in advance on the year, and he only did this part time. And I've always been we've been friends for 20 years, and I'd always been an entrepreneur, kind of businessy, and doing this, that, and the other. And he could never understand how I could do what I do, and what drove me. But I could never understand what kept him having to have. We were like twixt apart, but we're sort of very fond of each other. But that it did not equate for me that you have to. Can I go for a toilet break? Can I have a coffee break? And all of those things that you've experienced in your life, the chances to embroider upon those through these different things here is that's why I'm here. And I think that's why Anita's here, and Steve. And
it's about sort of leaving
I'm
that
trying
legacy.
to say it's not just about money. It's not just about money. And being that's where it led from your figures. It's not just about money.
As well, Terry, is that Stuart and Jay are trying to make this an alternate to university as well.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to give hope to the youngsters that they don't have to go to uni, get into thousands and thousands of pounds of debt. I mean, my niece just copies her mother, my sister, and she's come out of university and gone and got a teaching job. She's £50,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Before she
starts
foot through that
crazy.
Absolute madness.
How is she ever going to pay that off?
She's got no
as
intention.
a teacher?
She's got no intention.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. And
She'll need to join SFM.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm trying. It's my sister that's the blocker.
The beauty of this business as well, guys, is you actually get to pass your business on if you want to.
Yes.
So it's transferable.
Yeah. So if you can pass it on to your kids.
Yeah. Something like a legacy. That's what a lot of members do in the SFM.
Yeah, leave a legacy, and that's part of my.
And that is absolutely perfect. It absolutely tails in with the SFM, and you've got a great legacy behind you.
We've got many youngsters. We've got a 20-year-old who's absolutely flying, and he's like one in a million. He's come in.
So he's part of SFM, is he?
Yes, he joined through a few months ago. He came in March, and he's just got his first adverts out. So what's that? April, May, June, July, 6 months. He's got his first adverts out, and he's got his first people coming in through him now in his funnel. So he's got his own members coming in now. So it took him 6 months. He's 20. He had no skills like this. He's at university doing music because he has got a passion for music. But he does not want to trade all his time for money. He's a traveller. He loves to travel. He loves these, what they call sports, adventure sports.
Adventure sports, yeah.
Yeah, all the dangerous things, loves to do all that. Never wants to stay in one place for long. And he wanted a business where he could take a laptop and just go. And
that's really reassuring to hear that you've got a live example there. Someone who's, your child, and he's managed, considering his interests, how old is he, and everything like that. That it does. If you put the time in, it does work.
Yeah. So it took him 6 months to get his first results coming in.
One of his big passion projects eventually is to actually buy like a forest. He wants to buy a load of land.
Wow.
He wants to cultivate the trees the right way to get the right trees down.
So that's him giving back in his sense. That's what his passion is. So that's what he wants to do. He wants something.
I mean, we talk about what's our why a lot in the property world, and my why is my son and my wife. And that, I think there's a bit of fear attached to that. What I mentioned, just give up that regular paycheck that comes in, but there's also enough motivation there to change that. So hearing that's really kind of reassuring that if you put the time and effort in, and you've got good people around you, like you said, it's not all about the money. To me, it's about the people first, and the support network and everything that you learn. It goes back to your video again, Terry. So you know, I know I keep commending you on it, but honestly, it was something that touched.
Oh, so yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because how many of these things are out there? There's loads of them.
Well, there is in all sorts of yeah. Some of them are really horrible, aren't they? They make you cringe and in your face and false and really bang it into your face. I saw one the other night. There's some fellow and he's on his balcony and he takes his clothes off and he's all muscles and
you don't want that.
I'm going to try that next time. I'm going to do one of those.
So can I ask you?
Some muscles. Yeah.
Can I ask you a couple more questions, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Well, we'll wind it up. We had 45 minutes were only allowed, and they let us. They close us off.
Oh, do they?
On Zoom, yeah, and we're into an early an hour and a half, so we'll wind. I don't know whether Steve and Nita will.
Okay.
We'll go on.
Go a couple more
go
questions.
Go on for another 10 minutes if you can, Terry. If they'll just keep going until they kick you off.
Yes, and I would have one question as well, short one, so that you can ask more. Is it okay?
Go ahead, Katrina. Yes.
Yes, Anita, you showed. I would like to ask for the numbers when you show the form. It was 2019, 19,000 done, and then in 2020 you had such a breakthrough. So what happened? What was different, or how long did you work for that breakthrough? And when did you start your business, basically? I saw a little bit 2019, 19,000, and then you show the numbers for this year, which are very good.
Yeah,
so what was the difference? When did you start the business? And yes,
the difference was, Katrina, we focused just on SFM because we have various businesses.
It was COVID, really, Katrina.
And well, no, not at the end of the year, but at the start of the year, certainly COVID. Yeah. But literally, we focused on SFM purely because I was still doing the cats, so the cats were taking up a lot of time. Steve is in, as we say, we do properties as well. So the properties were taking up time. We've got a new build being built down in Ramsgate. So we were up and down to Ramsgate. So there
I need to hook up with you, Steve.
There was various things going on. So we literally just honed in. We stopped all those. The new build was on a delay anyway because it hit snags on site. And
they hit an ancient well.
They hit an ancient well, and they had to have all the archaeologists in and stuff. So that got delayed. Various things happened, and we just said, you know what? We need to really focus in on SFM because we're not giving it 100%. And when we started to really focus on it, it's what they say, isn't it? Where focus goes, money flows. And that was the difference. We put the hours in, and that's when it changed. And what we actually started doing was things like this. We made time for our members, and it's when we made time for our members to have these calls, and we got our own Facebook group going, and we got the live meetups going, we put our time into this. That's when we saw big results, and that's when we realized people want the one-to-one.
People give back, and then kind of the money follows giving back.
Yeah,
I think that, you know, you give the value and it just flows, and I think that's what happened, Katrina.
Yeah,
basically, because it went full time.
Yes, yes.
Your honesty, Steve and Anita, is amazing.
Yes.
You're not on here trying to sell something. You're just being genuine people and just saying it how it is, and which is hard to find nowadays, to be honest.
We know though, Ash, don't we? We all know when we're being sold to, and it's like, you know, we're all a bit long in the tooth now, aren't we?
Yeah. Just quickly, sorry. I'm doing this property thing with my wife, so I do this with my wife, but things have now changed. So with this SFM, it's all right for one, like, you know, if she wants to get a bit involved, it's not an issue, is it? We can work together.
Of course.
Yeah. And
bring her in at the start. When you start it, bring her in and name her as it on your account, because you only pay for one as a partnership. You're still
because when I see you guys, it just reminds me of me and my wife. We've just done everything together from day one.
Yeah.
So she's got a different skill set. I've got a different skill set, and together, it works well.
Brilliant. And I really would advise that if you two, that's been one of my, as Anita and Steve know, that's been one of my hard times, because when one's down, the other one picks one up, or one gets fed up, one picks one, and you will. and something will, you know, you'll one day and when you're on your own, and my partner wasn't involved, and I would love to have had to come in and say, well, can you do this, or can you, and she'll, come on, cheer up, you'll get there. But if and I haven't
You've
got
got me.
but, well, I mean, you beat me to it there, Nietzsche. I was going to say, I've got this darling couple here, and Nietzsche kicks my backside.
Lucky man.
Yes, and she kicks my backside. So I understand that it'd be great if you've got a nice partner that wants to, that would, you could have two heads on this as opposed to one. It would be great.
Could I just add something there, Terry? Because we're the classed as referring affiliates for Terry. Don't forget Ash and Anas and Katrina. We can always help you guys as well. You get us as well. You don't just get Terry.
Sure, definitely, much appreciated.
Yeah, so, you know, we might even be able to bring you into our group as well, where Terry's in our group and things like that. This is how when it gets rolling, like I said before, and that snowball effect.
And guys, in terms of equipment, what do you need? Just a laptop?
Yeah, laptop, mobile phone. You really can't do it without. You can't really do it at this stage, at the beginning stage. You really can't do it on just on a phone. You really need a desktop or a laptop.
Yeah.
And what I normally advice I normally would give, it's not a necessity, so don't go out and buy anything. But if you can get a second screen, it's.
Oh my God, Terry! I just bought a second screen.
Yeah, there you are. You see, I can feel it. See,
I've connected that to my laptop.
Yeah. So the second screen is brilliant, and it's one thing I keep trying to kick Steve and Anita to do, because you've struggled on this little. I don't know how you do it. This little screen, this big. So I bought a screen here, and the reason for it, and you'll see this probably already, Anas, is when you watch your videos, and Stuart's showing you how to do where to take the codes from and this, that, and the other. You can have one video running on one screen and then work on your main screen, and it saves you going in out of tabs and this and changing where am I, and it's so much easier for your mind when you start.
Going to say it would have been easier, but being the complete technophobes we were when we started, we did not know you could have a second screen attached to a laptop.
We like it old school though, Terry. You know,
you're just tough. You're just tough. That's all it is. Yeah. I'm just soft. So that's the answer. If you can, but that's all you really need. Other tools you'll get as you need, like some of the digital tools and things, but you don't need those to start with. Computer and a laptop and your phone. With a good camera. But if it's a good, I would, if your phone is on its last legs. Or a little bit dodgy. Get a good phone with a good camera.
Yeah.
So good phone, laptop, second screen if possible.
Yeah.
$99 is the initial outlay.
Yes.
And then speaking of outlay, you know, as and when you go through, what are we to expect?
That's it really. Until you're ready to do anything else, you just then pay. You've got a 30-day window. Yeah. So if you get to see all of the modules and have a look in there, if it's not for you, or you don't think this is not what I thought it would be, you get a chance to try stuff, and you can see videos and stuff that we're doing, and then you get a 30-day money back guarantee. You can't lose. If you don't get them,
of course, you're going to have upsells along the way as well, Ash.
That's. I just want to just put it on the table, and because I know how.
Well, that's why we showed the figures, Ash. But when you get to the top level, you get the biggest commissions. You're on 40% commissions.
So these you'll never go through anything without some upsells, but you don't have to take them.
But it only takes 2 people to come in through the system on every single level, and you get your money back, basically.
So what I was about to say was, you'll come in on your $99. You have everything you possibly need at that $99. Right. Then the choice comes down to you, how quickly you want to earn your money. So if you want higher commissions and you want to be mentored by another level of mentor, the next level up, you are actually going to have coaching by a guy called Justin Wolf, he's a billionaire, not a billionaire, a millionaire. And he is literally, oh gosh, he's a force to be reckoned with. What he doesn't know about marketing isn't worth knowing. And
what could you give some figures or?
To go to that figure, you would get it's 2 you always get a little window with them. It's an American company, they always do it, and it's not something I particularly like. But they give you they'll give you a window. So if you wanted to upgrade, the first upgrade would be it's $2,300.
Yeah.
So it's just under £2,000, I think. And what would happen when you pay that, you then go on to this next level. Not only do you get all the mentoring there, which is mind-blowing, even the next level up from what you've already got. I mean, you're already getting an absolute ton on your level you come in at. But when you go up to that level,
called elites, by the way,
the biggest thing is if you made a sale and somebody came in, you at the level you're on now, if you joined for your $99, if somebody went to that level above you, you would receive $250 for them going to that next level. If you're already at that level yourself, and they join and go up to the same level, you'll get $1,000. So
do you know what, guys? This sounds like network marketing model that my wife's doing at the moment. So I do get it. It's very similar. So it makes sense. You're not held back.
If
anyone you bring in progresses further, you're still reaping the rewards.
Yes. So it's not MLM. We're not just trying to get you to bring people in. You're actually learning and you're creating a business. So a lot of people will at the start go, "Oh, it's MLM. I'm not interested." Like, it's not. You're learning. You're getting an education for this. This is like a university degree with blooming, I don't know.
The payments.
The
payments are the bonus. But it only takes 2.5 people per level to get your money back.
Yeah, so what Steve's saying there, if you pay 2.3 for that level, if you bring 2.3 people through,
you've
got your money back from just bringing 2 people in. Now you can bring the same 2 people through, and if you don't want to go up to elite, that's fair enough. If you stay at the essential level, but instead you'll get $250 per person.
So you have to do more people for the same work, basically.
Yeah.
So
well, that kind of fits in with one of my passions for speaking. So what Terry's doing tonight, I want to actually do my webinars and do all of this.
Brilliant.
So when you've got the motivation to do that, but I didn't have a route where I can start doing this. So see, again, from tonight, it brings out all these different branches.
If you can see yourself doing it, that's the thing, and that you're already halfway there, and that if that excites you, then that's that's why
helping others, definitely.
That's why I came this route, and just
it all comes down to how quickly you want results, and we're very open and honest with our members, and we say, look, why did you come here? Why did you join? And it's always money's first. Okay, do you want to do this amount of work and get $250, or do you want to do the same amount of work and get $1,000? Most of them, well, all of them go, we'd rather have the 1,000. But having said that, we have got members who cannot afford to go to the 2,300. We've got some single mums who've got their kiddies, and the kiddies and family come first. You're a family man, you understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
They cannot upgrade to that. That's way out of their league. So they're at the essential level, paying the 99. They're reaping in all this education they're giving. They're going on to all the free platforms. So we've got one young lady, Mandy. She's just turned 30. Young mum. She's got a baby of 1 year old. And she has gone onto all the free platforms with her advertising. She's just starting to get traction going now. It takes longer when you're on the free platforms as opposed to paid advertising. And she's now just decided that she's very creative. And it's only through coming through SFN, she's discovered all the creative side she's got within her. And she's designing like clothes and things. And she's learned all about this print on demand, which is another thing within the modules that you get shown how to do. And she's now in the throes of designing hoodies, leggings, all with her own designs on, because she doesn't have to buy the inventory. All she's got to do is design a logo, which she's very creative with on a free tool on Google, Canva, if you've heard of it. She's done her designs on there. She sent it off to print on demand, and all she's got to do now is attract people in to go and buy her stuff. And she doesn't have to buy any inventory, or it's cost her nothing.
Well, she does want to go through the ranks, but she's saving up her money basically.
Yeah. So what she said is, once she starts getting some money in from doing her print.
But does she still make? Does she still make money from affiliate marketing at this level?
She hasn't. You can do. That's what we're saying. For every person who comes in, so if she's just at the level, at the $99 level, if she brought anybody in at that level, she gets $100.
Oh, right, there you go then, yeah.
Yeah, so any member that comes in on this $99, the referral actually gets $100. So when we're Terry's referrals, Terry came in, when he joined in, we got the $100.
Yeah.
When he upgraded, we got $1,000.
Right, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all about getting people in and being on these webinars, which I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
So
a no-brainer then, isn't it, Ash?
Yeah. So
really, it's just whether it's for you, whether you can see the future for you and enjoy doing that and helping other people.
Yeah, it's nice to know what to expect down the line, because with property, I've found, I don't know if Anita and Steve, if you've been through this, but you're sold a course, right? And then you get to the end of it and they're selling you something else.
We get the
to
same.
Get you where you want to get.
Yeah, we went to a Rich Dad Poor Dad conference.
Oh my God, Steve, same company, Legacy, Elite Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy. We've done all that. We've been there, done that.
So you understand exactly where I'm coming from. So we did the 3-day, and they sold us the 3-day for about $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like all excited, oh yeah. I'm going to be buying properties at the end of this. And I got to the end and it was like, okay, you got different type of courses here, 10 grand, 20 grand. Yeah. And I was like, I had the air sucked out of me for a moment there. Yeah. And, but I'm glad I did it, to be honest. But it's nice to know this, like it won't be a shock to my system. Yeah. You've put all the cards on the table.
Yeah.
But there are more levels, Ash, but literally a lot of members will get to that the first one of what's called the elite. So they get their $1,000 in, and then they start bringing people in and they're getting their regular thousands, and then they stay.
And it goes up,
they put it in and goes to the next level, and the next level you get 2,000.
But you've got the capital to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So people build and go through the levels as they go through.
The highest commission you'll get, Ash, is $12,000 for a sale. That's the highest you'll get.
So we've gone to the top level now.
We're classified as partners in the company,
so
basically.
Literally, if we get a sale at the top level, we can get $12,000 just dropped like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And you never know when it's going to happen.
No, we don't give you a free CD like they do at Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Is that what they gave you? Is that all you got? Wow.
Oh, Terry, I've got to sit down and tell you my whole journey and what we went through. I mean, it's looking back, hindsight, like they say, is a wonderful thing, but it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like before you achieve anything.
Yeah.
And you don't have support after it, Ash, either, do you?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's just an upsell.
Yeah. Well,
it is like that. And one of the guys in the company's actually left now because of that particular reason. I don't know if you know Danny.
Oh God, we've done that many things, Ash. I can't remember anyone's name from yesterday.
Yeah, I know. You meet a lot of people, and okay, fine. I won't ask any more questions and bombard you guys, but I just thought if I'm going to go on a webinar, I need to make sure that
that's the whole point for it. Yeah.
I've actually maximized, the time you guys are spending here.
Yeah. Well, we'll say we'll wind this up. Does any of you guys want to ask anything in us or?
Not really. I mean, that's fine. Thank you for the time. And if I have something, I will, pose a question to yourself.
Yes, you know where I am now. We met now.
Definitely.
You're in fact, I sent you a WhatsApp. I'm assuming you've got that. Have you? We're connected on WhatsApp now, so I did that this afternoon. So, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Enjoy your modules now.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Would you all come back on Terry's webinar?
Yes, of course.
Where are you going with this,
I
Nico?
would, yes, I would.
There you go.
Definitely.
Now, listen, when Terry was arranging this first webinar, there was a promise for me of a bottle of Chianti if one person turned up.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. Nick.
This could be expensive.
And a bottle of champagne for me as well, so.
This could be expensive.
But I'll tell you what, Terry, this is only the start, and you'll be telling this story down the line where you'll say, I had this many people.
Yeah.
I know people that have turned up to physical meetings and no one's turned up.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was worried about, and that was the whole point of the joke with it,
But
really.
You guys are so genuine. It's unbelievable. It's so refreshing because, you know, you're not, like I read your email and you said, you know, you're nervous and, you know, it was good nervous energy and everything like that. You know, I could tell that you're a genuine person who has genuine feelings and fears and, you know, the rest of it.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear, and it's encouraging. And I'm sure Steve and Nita are smiling inwardly, knowing what a
getting a big head.
Well, they just know the torture I put myself through with this, because it's just when you know you're honest, and when you know what we have here, what a wonderful thing we have here, it makes you want to scream from the rooftops. Is why are people afraid of it, and why are they? You know, why aren't they diving in here and seeing what this is about? It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. What is there to lose? Come and see what there is and see what this can do for you and your family. And
sure, but I think the problem is, Terry, there's too many outlets there. There's a lot of insincere people, confusing people, you know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest problem, actually.
I think you've probably hit it on the nail, and that is the biggest, but it is very painful when you know that you know you're genuine, and you know what you want to do is genuine, and people kind of hold back and are frightened of it. And that's why it took me a whole year actually to I've come across so many companies, do you know what I mean? And in the end, it seemed that they're so bullish and they just want to sell their product and they make their money. And obviously you can fool people, but you know, I'm not the type of person that you can fool me. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm an investigator myself, so I would look into things very carefully. But anyway, I'm here. I'm very glad. So you're on board now.
There you are.
Okay, so shall we wind this up then and say good night and God
Yes, please. Yes,
so Terry,
good night,
sorry,
everyone.
before you go,
it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Anas. It's likewise.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
So if I want to connect with you, do I just do it via email?
Yes, you can connect. Well, you've got my emails that have come through. If you want to come back that way, and once if you decide you want to join into this journey, and then we'll connect you through.
I think I've pretty much decided, but I'm just gonna talk to my wife about it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can still do these. You can, if you know.
Don't worry, Terry. She doesn't have that other mindset, so she's already on.
You're already on the same frequency. That's all.
She's a self-motivation junkie and self-development herself. So
absolutely.
It's just we share everything. It's part of what we have.
I've got some good techniques to show you. Some good techniques I'm working on at the moment. I'm trying to get Anita and Steve to do this stuff I'm doing, and it's changing my life.
Just a quick one on that as well was once you become a member as well, Ash, Terry WhatsApps you anyway, so you've got him on WhatsApp, and then you can do, this is the training we do, he also will have a calendar link so that you can literally go into his calendar, and if you want to book a call or anything like that, you just go in on Calendly and you'll see when Terry's free to book a call. So it just makes it easier rather than loads of to and fro-ing. And then eventually he'll start up his own, like maybe monthly webinars with his members.
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I would be more than happy to help, because you guys are so genuine. It's like, you know, it's one of these things, and I'm passionate about these things anyway, because you learn and you help others. It's just a win-win.
We know what's heading your way, and it's lovely to know.
Thank you.
I can't wait. I'm sure Nita and Steve will agree to see how you change in 6 months.
Yeah.
That's the bit that's wonderful.
There's a lot of confidence there anyway, Terry.
Say again, Steve.
There's a lot of confidence there anyway, isn't there?
He's very confident, isn't he? It's great to see. And
all of them,
all three that you've had on tonight.
Katrina will say hello with the camera on next time when she's got herself sorted.
She's got her makeup on.
Well, like makeup on, yes.
I haven't put any on.
Come on, some big
I've just got
lipstick.
black bags under my eyes.
I want to see you in big red lipstick and blue eyeliner next time.
Not only that, I'm just in bed and I have cold, and you know. So.
Okay, well, I hope you get better, Katrina.
So lovely. Yes, thank you so much. You are so kind, and you were really blessing for me, and I really feel so good. And it was a really nice evening all together. And I hope we meet one day. Really in London or wherever. Definitely we have to. You really, this is really nice evening. I'm really
I agree.
It's really nice.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much for that nice, kind words. And from both of you, Ash and stuff, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I've kind of broken my virginity now, if you know what I mean.
Nice
well done.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well done. You won't be able to sleep tonight.
I can go and have a beer now and relax now.
Yeah.
It's over.
Terry, Steve and Anita are part of your network already, aren't they?
Yes.
So if I wish to connect with them, I could do that through you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Once you join us.
I know I'm being cheeky because I know they do property as well, and they're in Liverpool. It just like I have to connect with these people.
Oh, once you're in the system, it's all like a big family, and it'll work that way. So you'll have access to.
We can friend request each other anyway.
Yeah, you literally get.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
Everybody, once you become a member.
Yeah.
Honestly, the community of people will they all open up for you. So literally, you can contact anyone.
Yeah.
But you've just got to take that step of becoming a member and becoming a part of the group and a part of the community.
Yeah,
and then you can have access to all the coaches. You can come through to us. You can connect to any of the other members we've spoken about. I think we spoke about Mike earlier, who's getting results within 3 months. They're all accessible to you, and they're all willing to help. So even though you're not our member, you'll be Terry's member.
Other people, basically.
Other people are just there to help you. You know, they're not bothered. You're not our member, or we're not going to deal with him. He's not our member. We're not getting anything from him. They're not like that at all. They're all here to help you.
Even Liverpool supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you can let that go.
Depends if we win the league.
yeah, exactly. All right, fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. It's been nice to meet you.
And
nice
well done, Terry. Amazing.
Yeah, nice one.
Thank you, Ash. Well, we look forward to seeing you soon and hearing from you.
Yeah. I'll be in touch with you tomorrow, Terry.
Okay. That'll be great. I'll keep my ears out for you. We'll be in touch.
Right,
okay. Have a nice evening. Tell your missus.
You too. Take care. Cheers.
All right, cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, Katrina. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bless you.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Terry, do you want to stop recording?
Yeah, just, how do I?